Austin, this is for me, and I think you still too, to some degree, the most important aspect of this program, in that it has not, in my opinion, been a consistently good unit since 5-6 years. And there's a big discussion on why that is. Some of you have a very non-nuanced, context-driven discussion about that at times, but what we can all look at is that we've had quarterbacks running for their lives, and some being able to make a few more plays than other, aka Bo Nix. But this is the year, Austin, that we have got to take that next step, in my opinion. And this is not about it. I'm not calling out any individuals, because this is a true unit-driven success perspective. We have got to have more consistent positive play from the offensive line this season to be successful. It is a game of inches. Got to protect the quarterback. Got to create holes for the running backs to be able to utilize. Can't have Tank Bigsby I know he's not here, but I'm just using the analogy, getting hit in the backfield just to get his 5 yards to get back to the line of scrimmage and still have a great run average, because, anyway, all that to be said, what's your perspectives, offensive line? What are you worried about? What are you excited about? Anything there?
Well, I mean, they return a really experienced offensive line. I think I read 7 players with 150 or more combined starts. That's not, you talked about consistency. That's not really something they've had in a while, of being able to bring guys who did well or have played this league into another year. I think that, they've got guys like Dylan Wade, Tutal Miller, Connor Liu, obviously, and Jeremiah Wright, all guys who are very familiar with what Hugh Freeze and the offense wants to do, and what their job is. Highly rated recruiting guys, so you're stacking those classes like they've been doing, and then you add guys in the portal like Xavier Chaplin and Mason Murphy, who are other experienced guys in other conferences, that you hope only adds to that talent, so that there's not drop off when you have to move guys around. I think that this is a group we should be excited about. Certainly, they have to prove it on paper. Cole Kubelik was talking a lot about them at SEC Media Days, and just saying that he was really high on that group. And if you haven't read or listened to anything Cole Kubelik says, he's very knowledgeable about the offensive line position as a former star at Auburn. And so I think this could be the year that Auburn has an offensive line that has the talent to do it in run and pass blocking. I think they've got the opportunity to kind of be in the upper echelon of the SEC with that. And that matters all the more to this offense and what they can do. And that translates to how we see Jackson Arnold play. It translates how we see Damari Alston and the running back room play, and the receivers as well. So you and I have talked about this for years. Like, I feel like it is our main point of conversation that without a good offensive line, things just don't go well. And blame gets put on different people, but if the offensive line does not perform the way it's supposed to, we never know how the play's supposed to look. We never know who the ball's supposed to get to. And you
never know how good someone actually might be if they're still having to run for their lives and feel scared the entire time. Because you can say you wouldn't be scared out there. Oh, you would be when SEC linebackers are running down.
100%. And look, Jackson Arnold came from a situation like that, and where he was running around a lot last year. And I think it led to a lot of the negative perception about how his play was at Oklahoma. You don't think that the wide receiver room and the offensive line room were not things he was looking for in his next spot? I think that they were, and I think he probably has a lot of confidence in this group. So I'm optimistic. There's been a lot of times over the last decade of the offensive line has let me down. I'm optimistic that's not the case this year.
I am trying to, I think, protect myself, because I've been burned before. Again, this is not a criticism of individuals. It is more about the performance of the unit. I just need to see consistent play. I believe they can do it. And I believe that they've been working hard to get this thing fixed. I got to see it on paper. Until then, that will always be my greatest concern for this team as a whole, but especially on the offensive side. We saw them have moments of the offensive line last year where you and we can go back to like Kentucky, something like that, I think is that part of the year where we were like, is this the moment? Are we seeing offensive line turn? And then we saw a drop off again. But baby steps, maybe this is the time that it's going to be there for the foreseeable future. Let's hope that's the case.